open, underwater, push, magic shark spray, treats for the sharks, pull it up, push, come out shark, do 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 do, come out shark, do 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 do, say a chant, sharks, sharks, where can you be? Come eat some treats and swim with me. Bull shark, eat, eat, swimming, tiger shark, tiger ears, nurse shark, a blue shark, ribbon, a hammer, whale sharks, gentle, toss them in. Ah, great white shark, really hungry, oh no, inside the shark's mouth, open, tickle, 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 break out, we did it, swim, swim. Hi everyone, I'm very excited to release our new interactive game that is ready to go just in time for Shark Week. This game is called Sharky Shindig, and it has been illustrated and created by GoGo Speech. This activity will bring you underwater in the deep blue sea, and with the help of some protective shark repellent spray and some tasty shark treats, your kids are going to have a blast meeting a great variety of sharks. You'll have to try to feed as many sharks as you can before you get a surprise visit from one of the top predators of the sea. You can work on any of your kids' speech and language goals as you play along, incorporating lots of singing and chanting throughout the game. You can use it as a motivational activity during your session or to get some really good language from your kids, requesting, describing, making structured sentences, greeting characters, facilitating spontaneous language opportunities. You can adjust your presentation to work on core words and very simple language tasks throughout the game. You may also adjust how you present the activity based on the personality of the child you're working with. So if you have a kid that really loves suspense and you get your best sessions when that child uses a ton of language to tell the animal to go away or to bop them, then you might get really animated and act scared when each of the sharks come out. Or you might have a kid who responds better when you take a more gentle approach. So you'll say, these are really sweet baby sharks and they're so excited to get some yummy treats today. So as always, you adjust how you go through the activity based on your kids. So I'm going to go ahead and walk you through it with lots of tips and tricks of how you can use it with your kids. For this game, we are going to start off with our magic doors, and you can see if your kids can guess what the activity is about based on what it looks like. Open. Whoa, we're underwater. You see a sign. Maybe this is where the sharks like to play and swim. So here you can start a discussion about sharks, where they live, what parts they have, etc. And you can tell your kids that there's so many different kinds of sharks in the ocean. Sharks are really cool, but I don't know if I would want to swim near one. What is that? It's floating. Some kind of spray. Then you can say something like, hey, I think that if we spray the shark spray on us, then we'll be safe from the sharks here. I think it's going to protect us from any sharks that swim by. Maybe the sharks don't like how it smells. I wonder how long that would work for. Press the button or push. Magic shark spray. And you can spray it as many times as you'd like by going back to the previous slide. Push. Whoa. Push. If you have multiple kids, then they can each take a turn. Spray. Oh, good, I'm safe. Spray. Phew, I feel better now that we use the magic shark spray. Now we can get really close to those really cool sharks. So we can put the spray aside for now. You see something else? A box. It looks like they might be treats for the sharks. Shaped like a fish. Sharks do like to eat smaller fish, huh? Reach in. So now I'm just gonna reach behind the back of my chair since the back of my chair is covered with a green material. Reach in, pull it up. Whoa, look at all those treats. Now, since we really want some really cool sharks to come out, we better throw these treats out in the water to get some of those sharks to come over here. If you have multiple kids in a group, you can have each of them take a turn pulling out some treats. Then they can pretend to keep the treats in their hands when each of the other kids pull out some treats. You would just go to the previous slide here to be able to pull the treats back out. Then you can all pretend to throw them out into the water together. My turn now. Pull up. Okay. Hold those treats in your hands. Ready, set, go! And you toss them into the water. Whoa! Some are floating and some of them sink to the bottom. Now, if you see any sharks at all, you have to let me know, okay? I'm so excited to see them. I don't see any yet though. Maybe we need to do something else to get them to come out. So I definitely recommend that you decide on a pre-planned verbal routine or a song to use as a way to try to get the sharks to come out. You want to try to address your child's targets on any verbal routines you use throughout the activity to get lots of trials in. So something that might be super motivating for your kids is using the ever so popular Baby Shark song to get them to come out. So maybe you'll change the lyrics to "Come out, shark, do 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 do. Come out, shark, do 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 do. Come out, shark, do 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 do. Come out, shark." Or maybe "Where are you, shark, do 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 do. Where are you, shark, do do." Or you can say "I love sharks, do 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 do. I love sharks, do 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 do." Or instead, each time you want a shark to come out, maybe you'll say a chant like this one that I made up. "Sharks, sharks, where can you be? Come eat some treats and swim with me." Whoa, you see a shark. So each of the sharks have unique accessories that help you identify which kind of shark they are. So you'll be able to talk about each of them and describe them as they come out. Wait a second, what is that shark wearing? Horns on its head and a ring on its nose, like a bull? That's pretty silly. Maybe it's supposed to be a bull shark. Remember how I said there were lots of different kinds of sharks? And you can tell the shark to get some treats. Eat, eat, eat. Keep swimming. She ate one treat. Bye, bull shark. That was really cool. Again, if you have a kid that just loves it when you get scared of the characters in the stories, you can freak out a little bit when the sharks come out. Ah, another one. Get it away from me. Go away. Oh no. It looks like a tiger shark wearing a headband that looks like tiger ears. Ah, it has stripes. So maybe you'll describe it for it to keep going and get away. Keep going. Keep swimming. It ate one treat. Go over there, tiger shark. Swim away. Phew, the tiger shark is gone. Sharks, sharks, where can you be? Come eat some treats and swim with me. What? Wait a second, a nurse hat and a stethoscope? I bet this is a nurse shark. Whoa, it's staying close to the ocean floor. If your kids really love that Baby Shark song, you can also sing that song when the sharks come out. So for example, when the nurse shark comes out, you can sing "Nurse shark do 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 do, nurse shark do 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 do, nurse shark do 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 do, nurse shark. Shark is swimming do 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 do, shark is swimming do 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 do, shark is swimming. Bye, nurse shark." And then for the rest of the activity, you can repeat the singing or the chants to get the rest of the sharks to come out. So here we have a blue shark wearing a blue ribbon. Keep swimming. Sharks, sharks, where can you be? Come eat some treats and swim with me. Maybe we need to get more treats floating around so that they can see them. Grab the box. Pick up. Then you can toss them or push. Then we have a hammerhead shark wearing a tool belt with a hammer. Eat the treats. Sharks, sharks, where can you be? That's a big one. Whoa. I bet that's a whale shark. He has lines and spots. And look, he has a little bunny blankie. Maybe that's because whale sharks are so gentle. Bye, whale shark. Oh, looks like we might need some more treats. And you'll grab the box again and go to pull some more treats up and get ready to toss them in. Ah! What is that? A great white shark. Whoa, maybe it's wearing a crown because it's the king of all the sharks. Ah, it must be really hungry because it's trying to eat all of the treats. Oh no, she thinks I'm a treat too. You better tell her Miss Abby is not a treat. Quick, tell her. Oh no, this doesn't look too good. It's really dark in here and I see some really sharp things. I wonder where I am. I'm inside the shark's mouth. Uh-oh. So you can say, I don't think the shark meant to do that. I bet she was just really hungry and didn't even see me. And then you can have the child try to tell the shark to let me out. You made a mistake. Miss Abby is not a shark treat. Or you can say something like, the shark got me. Now I'm stuck. Uh-oh, maybe I didn't put enough of that shark spray on me. We better get me out of here. Then you can prompt your child to say a certain phrase or sentence that includes target sounds or language tasks. So maybe you'll say, push the mouth or open the teeth. You can tickle the mouth to try to get the shark to open up. Tickle, tickle, tickle. You can see if your kids can come up with some other creative ways to try to get the shark to open its mouth. Or you can say you have to be really strong. Try to lift it up or break it open. Break out. Whoa! We did it! Now we have to swim really fast. Quick! Swim! 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 Phew! That was a close one. Thank you so much for helping me get out of there. I thought I was gonna be stuck in there. Ah! There it is again! Go away, shark! Go away! Oh, phew. I definitely need more of that shark spray. And prompt your kids to say, we need more shark spray. And then you can go back to the beginning and start over with the shark spray floating into the scene. There it is. Phew. Push, push. So you can go through this game as many times as you'd like, trying to feed as many sharks as you can before the great white shark comes out. And you don't need to wait until the end for the great white shark to come out either. If you want to just jump to that slide randomly throughout the activity so that the great white shark catches your kids by surprise. Oh no! And then you break out of the shark's mouth again and swim away, and then you're back to the beginning to start the game all over again. Sort of like the crocodile dentist game where you push down the teeth until it bites. So you should be able to keep playing this over and over and have lots of fun. If you're signed up as a GoGo member, you will also get access to some different printable PDFs that go along with this activity. These printable PDFs can be used in person or emailed over to the parents to be used at home during your virtual sessions. So GoGo members will get a printable of each of the different sharks to play with. They will also get a Feed the Shark PDF download to feed the treats to the shark. You can print the treats on cardstock, or you can laminate them and write target words or attach picture cards to the back for specific target practice. Every time you complete a task that's on the treat, you can put the treat in the shark's mouth. You can hide the treats around the room and have your kids find them to feed them to the shark, or maybe you can feed the shark a treat each time a shark eats a treat in the game. In addition to those resources, GoGo members will also get a printable mini book about sharks that you can use before or after the activity to learn about the different kinds of sharks that appear in Sharky Shindig. This is really great for those kids who are just a little older and any kids who are just really interested in sharks. There are blank spots in this mini book to fill in the name of the shark and write one cool fact about that type of shark. So the Epic Books website has some really great books about each of these kinds of sharks. So you and your kids can gather some really great information about them there and then add the facts to the mini book. The last couple of pages prompt your child to say what they think about sharks and which shark is their favorite kind as well. So that's Sharky Shindig. I hope you all have so much fun with it, especially if you get a chance to use it during Shark Week next week. Make sure you're following GoGo Speech on Instagram and Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date on our latest releases. See you all next time. Bye, guys.